claps? Okay, go ahead. You gotta do more claps. Like a few more claps that are not in sync. Okay, good. Wait, do it again, because I was talking. Perfect.
Let's go.
Okay. Jesus. You can do the welcome this time. You can do it. No, you can do it.
Oh, I don't even know what to say.
It doesn't matter.
Welcome to the mental lab. Co-hosting.
I didn't drink all my coffee this morning, so this is gonna be rough. This is why this has been rough already.
Are we already starting?
We are starting. We can start.
I did the introduction.
Welcome. Oh, you did the introduction?
Yes, I did the...
Oh, well, you gotta keep going. That's not. You gotta do that whole introduction.
I don't know what.
You gotta do everything.
You go from there.
Okay, so what'd you stop at?
Co-hosting Charming.
Oh, well, you didn't co-host you.
Co-hosting me.
Yeah. I actually do kind of like this. This is a little cuter. You know, just like, hello. In a world. I can't even hear myself. Anyway, so welcome back to the almost wanted a different podcast that I watch. Welcome back to the Basement Yard, which, by the way, go stream the Basement Yard. That's an amazing podcast. I love it. With just some really crazy dudes.
We're not in the basement though.
We're not in the basement. They're not in the basement. I hope they're not in the basement. Or yard. But you know what? We're not in a lab. We're mental. We got a lot of that. So, anyway, welcome back to all of our little victors out there. I love that word, victors. Yeah. Anyway, welcome to episode 3 of the podcast. Last week, we didn't have a video because my camera decided to shut out at the end of the video, and I was so upset. I didn't even want to post about it. Doesn't even know how to work it because, you know. But list of audio might have changed. What? No, I don't want to. Oh, sure. Why did a list of audio might have changed? Why? This.
Hello. Can you hear me?
What? Yeah.
Charming, I told you to just.
This is good. Yeah, I don't know why it's telling me that.
Okay.
Things are bad. Okay, but yeah, we're good. Let me turn this. All right, so guys, welcome back for real, to episode 3 of the Mental Lab. So I just wanna. That's probably why this is telling me that things are getting disconnected.
It won't come back in. It like broke.
It broke?
It like won't even stay in. It just fucking came out.
What? Let me see.
It just fucking came out out of nowhere.
Oh my god.
I didn't even touch anything. The thing just fucking fell out.
I think this unscrews. Maybe not. Oh,
Can
it does.
Just go without those stupid things. The thing just fucking. I didn't even do anything. I tried to plug it back in.
God, Jesus Christ. Okay. Here.
Just fucking.
Freaking.
I'm glad of yours.
Who wins today is the
Okay.
minute.
Plug in.
Fucking shit.
Fucking all that time on mics.
Can you even
Just so
hear
it
me?
can. Oh god, and I gotta turn this back on to test.
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh god.
Can you hear me?
Okay, hold on. I need to stop.
Bark.
Okay.
Bark.
Recording again. Let me just hear you just so I can know if I need to. Go ahead and say something.
Bark.
It's not loud at all.
It's okay. I'll
Stop screaming. Talk.
Hello.
No, don't scream. Just talk normal.
Hello.
Take 2. Today, what are we talking about? Oh, disclaimer.
Relationship.
So yeah, today stop. So today, today's disclaimer is going to be actually probably a lot less hard like last week. But pretty much in our episodes of the podcast, we talk about a lot of different things here that could be potentially triggering. So this is your trigger warning. If you get triggered by things talking about relationships and forgiveness and self-hatred and blah, 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 then make sure that you take a second before you watch the video, or make sure you just fast forward to a portion that you can actually listen to. If you need any kind of resources, you can go to our website, officialmentallab.com/resources. Find over 60 resources and a bunch of different stuff to help you out, support groups, self-help, blah, 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 blah. All that good stuff. So let's just quickly do this because it's already been a long last 2 hours, 3 hours of trying to set this up. 4 hours for me. Yeah. So that's what's going on. Yesterday I did a live stream on my Facebook, which I'm going to start doing that every Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern and 4 p.m. Central time or whatever. It was pretty cool. If you guys are interested in that, it's really interactive, nice little forum and good chat and laughing it up and whatnot. So make sure that you go and follow my Facebook or friend or subscribe or whatever people do on Facebook for that, because that was good. Also, another housekeeping kind of thing, I guess, I will be uploading a blog today titled The Never Ending Cycle of Self-Hatred, and it's going to be lit just like last blog. And so if you haven't read my blog from last week or earlier this week, I fell in love with death before myself. Was pretty hard. It was jam-packed full of a lot of really good stuff. So make sure you check that out on our website as well. And last little housekeeping thing before we get into the video and the podcast is that if you are looking to become a creator in the community, contact me and I'll definitely try to figure out a way to kind of get you guys, like people, new creators into the community somehow, because it'd be awesome to have more podcasts on our website and whatnot than just us, and more people doing more blogs and just other creative stuff. I don't know, just other creative stuff. So if you guys are interested, you can go to the website officialmentallab.com/join-now today, something like that. Yeah, so okay, anyway, on to our content. So today's this week's song of the week that I came up with while I was in the car this morning is it's called "Forgive Myself" by Sam Smith. Yes, they. He's a they. They are they. Sam Smith is, what's the word? Non-binary. So Sam Smith is a they. So their song is pretty good. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Right. So I mean, he does not fall under by the binary gender complex. Right? So, or I can't say he. They. Right? Sam Smith. Yeah. Sam. Right? Okay. SS. We just Mr. Smith. Oh, nope.
Let's go. Sam Smith.
Sam Smith. Okay.
The song is the song of the
Forgive
week.
Myself. Right? And it is good. It's a good song. I like that. There's a whole album that I completely got my life to, but specifically that song. And it just talks about how, in his relationship, in their relationship, like
Sam Smith's relationship.
In Sam's relationship with his significant other.
With Sam's
significant other. I'm so sorry, Sam Smith. I love you. And I know you're not watching this, but just an off chance that anyone else who is non-binary is watching this, I promise you I am very progressive. It's just, and just spitting it out is just difficult. I'm not just typing it where I can like, oh no, delete. I'm just trying to be cautious. So in Sam's song, they discuss what it feels like on the inside to not be able to move on and fall in love again in another relationship because they haven't forgiven themselves from what they did in their last relationship, whether it's something bad or whether it's something that they did to themselves. It's just something that they can't forgive, and I really resonate with that song. Just in most of my, not most, but in some of my past romantic relationships, I really relate to it, just because there was like specifically one relationship where I just acted a fool the whole time, and I did not know why. I was like crazy over this boy, and it was just, I don't know. I never acted so wild. It was like, oh no, I'm okay in the morning, get breakfast, and then I hold in the grudge all day, and then when it's like time to go to bed, he'll like go to sleep, and like I'm like, oh, so he must not care that I'm upset. And I'm like, so you just gonna go to sleep, like not asking what's wrong? And anyway, so I used to be crazy, right, in that relationship, and I did that, and in doing that, I made this dude feel like he was complete garbage, and like he was never enough, and he was always chasing this perfect thing idea of what I wanted a boyfriend to be, right? And he never made it there, because it didn't matter how much he did. I consistently wanted more, never appreciated it, and whatnot. And after having another relationship where I guess I kind of fell into doing the same kind of codependent things, it just became really difficult to maintain that relationship, because that person did not attempt to, I guess, stroke my ego or become the best person that he could possibly become like the other guy did. And it just really showed me like, wow, like I was garbage in that other relationship, and that, yeah, I'm garbage in this relationship as well. But like, relationships are tough. Okay, relationships are tough. I resonate with the song Forgive Myself. Difficult for me to do that. Easy thing to do, forgiveness, but really it's hard to do when you feel like you don't deserve forgiveness and love and happiness and care and all that good stuff, right? So that's my take on that song. I like it. You just thought it was depressing.
I think for every song, I'm telling you.
Yeah, so
It was a good song.
Yeah,
A little depressing.
just a little depressing, just a little bit.
Depressing side.
I mean, the music was nice and slow, but it, like, if you
It's like that song that's depressing. Won't you stay with me?
stay with, I don't know, we could probably get copyrighted or something trying to sing that. I mean, it probably would get copyrighted because I can't sing. So they'd probably be like, what song is he trying to sing? I don't know what copyright to file that under. So yeah, so whatever. I could probably sing Beyonce and not get copyrighted, and she has some strict copyrights. But yeah, so anyway, that's my take on that song. You got a quote of the week?
I thought I was supposed to pick the song of the
No.
week.
Well, did you pick a song of the week?
No,
You see, but you still didn't pick either. It's okay. It's okay. I got one. Don't worry. It's something that
fuck, I was supposed to pick the
I know. Will.
I think I had a quote too, but I can't remember it honestly.
It's okay because
I got you next week.
Okay. All right.
I gotta write it down somewhere.
On my live stream yesterday, we were all talking, and I just said something like, what did I say? Oh yeah, I was talking about like feeling weak and whatnot, and like how, just the strength of, I guess, surviving something that can be really hard is strength. Like, let me say that. Surviving something that is extremely difficult and makes you feel completely weak and like you're not going to get through it. Surviving through that creates strength, right? Whether you know it in the moment or not, because it might feel like, this sucks. Like, why is this happening to me? Like, why is the world crumbling down on me, or whatever the case may be? And eventually like just the fact that you survived it, whether you were beat up the whole time, like then sprayed with a fire hose from the firefighters, and then lit on fire. At the end of the day, you survived it. Whether you're in a coma, you survived it. Makes you stronger. What doesn't get you can probably not in the moment make you stronger, but eventually you're gonna be stronger. You're gonna have flame resistant skin. You have flame resistant skin. I mean, now take that analogy and put it to mental health. Let's say you go through a bunch of crazy stuff and a bunch of stuff happens and blah 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 blah, and you end up in a mental lab coma. Well, I mean, you're gonna have mental health issue. No, okay. So we get it. You get it. You get it. Somebody has to get it, right?
Yep.
Okay. I didn't finish my coffee, and I only made 1 cup of coffee this morning, and it's the same cup since like 9.
Ew.
Yeah, I know. And then I got busy trying to set up everything, and got annoyed. So, relationships. What are your relationships like with people?
Fine.
Yeah, we all know. Either I give to everybody, to all my friends and loved ones and romantic relationships, and give not to myself at all, and then I end up crashing hard. I know that. So, but how are your relationships? You know, you got a good friendship going on right now?
I see. Did we cut off on time already?
Look, at this point, I'm tracking time. We are in. Oh, that's not showing me how much time. Oh, 17 minutes. So we got 30. Some. Yeah, we got enough time.
I say my relationships are pretty good. I give to people. my
Like what? What do you give them? I can't see your face through a cactus, but it's okay. It doesn't matter.
It's not a cactus.
It's not me that needs to see your face.
It's a pine tree, okay?
It's a baby pine tree.
Yeah.
It's a plastic pine tree.
So,
PP plastic pine tree. PPT. Like a PowerPoint.
okay.
I need more coffee. I need more coffee.
I think my relationships are pretty good, but not my. Well, my relationships like with dating are better, but.
Better than what?
But then what?
Better than what? Wait, pause. What did it used to be? Because I like to
be pretty toxic.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah. I like to be in control of everything.
Yeah.
Own them.
Oh, like in what, your marriage?
Yeah.
Or just yeah.
Yeah, like my marriage is pretty bad.
Yeah.
Obviously, but that's okay. But
Right.
I say my relationships now are pretty much better. I'm starting to learn how to communicate.
Pause. Did you find somewhere to take that ring?
No. It ain't worth shit. My ex-husband bought me a 2-cent ring. It's okay.
He didn't even get it from Walmart. They're like, Walmart at least has
I know Walmart has better rings.
better options. I don't know where he got that from.
It doesn't matter. It's not about the money, okay?
It's not. It's about the fact that it's going to be purple and green like Barney on your finger. You're going to be walking around with a rainbow around your finger. And then you're going to take it off. Exactly. And it's going to be infected. And you're going to have COVID. You're going to have COVID, H1N1, swine flu, which I think that's the same thing as H1N1. And what's that? Ebola, all on your finger.
Point blank is, if you're going to give your spouse a ring, at least go to Walmart.
At least, at minimum, Walmart. Like, even Target. Like, I don't even know if they sell jewelry. Jewelry.
They do.
Jewelry.
Alright, well.
Got jewelry, do we?
My relationships are better than where they were before. Learning how to communicate better with people. Keep an open mind about things.
Right, yeah.
Sometimes, I learned how to come in with low expectations. Sometimes if you expect, a lot from somebody, you can't.
Yeah.
Just hope for the best.
See, and that's the thing, right? Like, that's probably why I just suffer at maintaining and nurturing relationships when I am trying to take care of myself. Like I said, like, if I'm trying to take care of myself, my focus is like all completely on me, right? Because I don't know how to balance at all being in a healthy relationship with people if I need to take care of me. Like, But if I come into a relationship or a friendship or whatever with very low expectations, me and that person are not going to go far. And I'm probably not going to talk to them much. And I'm probably just going to use them for when I need some kind of fulfillment, right? Because they're kind of like in my like little box, like that I keep in the trunk of my car, that I keep in the storage closet downstairs. Because like I don't got no expectations. I don't need them to talk to me. I don't expect them to come to me if they need assistance with things. I don't expect them to be there if I need them, and when I am not healthy, I need people who are going to be supportive, And so I guess that's why like I consistently fail so much at certain friendships and romantic relationships. It's because like I go in with such high expectations and for I guess those reasons, and then they I guess let me down and I don't even realize that I'm holding them to an expectation that's too high for anybody to complete. And I guess that's why I get frustrated myself, because I get wrapped up in how I'm supposed to be feeling if I'm trying to take care of me, or I get wrapped up in I'm doing everything wrong when they're not happy and I'm just trying to do everything to make them happy, And that's why I guess my codependency comes in at too, because Lord knows I'm codependent as crap, right? So, but when it comes to like friendships, a lot of my friendships are so rocky, and I think it's just because of me. Like I think I hold a lot of my friendships close to my heart, but whenever I need to say like just work on me, I stop talking to people and then they get offended.
Yeah.
Or like one of my friends in St. Louis, she was like, I feel like the only time I ever talk to you is whenever I hit you up, and the only time we ever hang out is whenever I ask you to hang out or I hit you up, and it just doesn't seem like you want to be my friend anymore. I'm like, well, I live 1,000 miles away. 1, 2, I come home like twice a year and I hang out with y'all. 3, you never come see me. 4, what are you talking about? Every message that has ever been initiated or conversation that has ever been initiated was started by me. But it's that kind of stuff, because even she's like, well, you didn't talk to me all this year. Yeah, you're right, because I barely talked to anybody because I was extremely depressed. But did you ask me how I was doing? And I stopped caring at that point to even nurture that relationship, because I ain't got time for that kind of stuff. But then that I feel like I'm a bad friend because I'm not sticking through even the BS with friends, Yeah. But I ain't gonna do that if I'm trying to take care of myself, Yeah. I don't know if that gets. I don't know if that makes sense at all. It made sense on live stream yesterday when I kind of talked about it a little bit. Yeah. But I just think I need more coffee today. I don't know. Relationships are just extremely difficult for me. I'm trying to build a relationship with myself, and that's hard. Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know. I think I'm doing a lot better at like building a relationship with myself. Mm-hmm. So that way I can have healthy relationships. But I tell my psychologist all the time, like, I am terrified to create connections with people. Mm-hmm. Because 1, I don't feel like I know how to create healthy connections. Like there's always something underlying, like I'm going to need this from somebody eventually, or this person allows me to not feel empty inside. And that's whenever I start going into the sexual relationships with people, and that I've been doing I've been doing a fantastic job with staying away from sex with people. Just porn is my go-to. Even though I'm in Sex Addicts Anonymous, I'm doing better than I was months ago. Right? Like, I think that's good. I don't know, that's also something I want to talk about, sex relationships. Like, do you expect anything from sexual relationships?
Like, what do you mean?
So you said, like, with, like, romantic relationships and whatnot, like you try not to expect much, so that way it's just easier to not get let down?
I think more what I mean is like when it comes into like communication or like certain factors like that, I feel like so there's some things like you can't. So for romantic relationships, I try not to come in from like high expectations. Like I expect this from a person, I would expect that, this and this and that. I expect them to not use, social media or do this or do this or do that, like
Mm-hmm.
I have to come in with low
That makes sense. I
expectations.
see.
Yeah, and look at it like, okay, not all my expectations in life are going to be met, and I need to understand that, but some will be met. Okay, so it's like an even balanced out kind of thing. So I've had to learn over time that not all my expectations are going to be met because nobody is that perfect. Like I don't have that perfect person, like in my world I want them to be. Everybody's different in their own way. And of course, some of my expectations will be met. And they expect me for certain things, and I expect them for certain things. This is what I expect from you. This is what they expect from me or whatever. And we kind of hold each other accountable for it.
Right,
which
yeah.
is very important, I feel like, when it comes to, like, my romantic relationships and stuff like that.
So, like, with me, I guess sexual relationships have been a huge part of my progression into who I am today. Especially, like, after my divorces and whatnot. They just been, I don't know, just key parts of, I mean, I have a sex addiction, right? Like, that's developed over a period of, when I was a kid up until now. And so one thing I know that I do consistently, it is like one of the things that I don't like too much. Like, I don't know. So it's weird because it's like I know I enjoy having sex with people. I know like I enjoy having multiple different sex relationships with people and like friends with benefits type things. But also it's not help. There's a level of like unhealthiness when I start to turn to those people for like emotional support or emotional fulfillment when it's supposed to be just sexual, and so I don't know where like I start to set those kinds of what's the word you use, expectations and stuff, because that didn't make sense. Like I entered into this sexual relationship with the idea of it's just going to be sex, and then at some point it becomes like I feel lonely right now and I want this to fulfill this. And that's not like, but I do that same exact thing when I'm in a romantic relationship with somebody, and I might feel lonely or whatever, because depression goes into relationships, even if you feel loved and even if you're loving somebody else. Like the way I still, use sex in a relationship, it's like I feel lonely or I'm not feeling well. Let's have sex. And I don't think that's healthy, right? Like, only reason I don't think that's healthy is because of my last relationship, when I explained to him that that's something that I do, and he's like, I'm not gonna have sex with you just because you don't feel good, like, or because I don't feel good. Like, that doesn't make sense. And I don't know, that bothered me a bit, but at that point I didn't understand. And then when I look back on it, that's how a lot of my sexual relationships have gone. Or even if it's not even like a sexual relationship and it's just me hooking up with random people, like that's how like when I get into a really bad period, right? Like, and we talked about it before in group therapy, like I get into that period and it's like I feel lonely, I feel worthless, I need to figure out a way to, fulfill it. And that's when I turn to all these different sexual relationships with people, just so that way I can get that fulfillment. But like, it's the same thing in a romantic relationship. It's the same exact thing. And that's something that I want to break. But I'm terrified to get into a romantic relationship right now because I'm so screwed up, and what I'm doing with people and with myself, that I don't even get the chance to practice it. So I feel like, like, let's say, I don't know, in a year or something like that, I am doing much better mentally and I have a much better path. I'm going down a much better path of, my mental health and taking care of myself, and I want to get into another relationship. Terrified, because I didn't get practice. Like the last practice I got was in my last relationship, and that was just bad. the entire time I was just in my head the whole time, and that terrifies me about. I'm just about that, about having sexual relationships too, and I think that's why one of the biggest reasons why, like right now, I'm also not. I have reasons and motivations to not have sexual relationships with people because I'm just terrified of what it could turn into. But it's the same exact thing in romantic relationships, and that's what's hard. And again, I need to forgive what I have done to people, what I've done to myself in relationships. Right? Be snoring. I need to forgive myself because I won't be able to love nobody until I can say, you know what, I'm human, I'm infallible. Like, I need to accept the fact that No, she's good. Ain't you good, Mama? Yeah, her toe. I can hear her toe.
Continue.
But, like, I need to forgive myself, and that's why I resonate with that song, because I'm having such a hard time the way I treat my sexual and romantic relationships and my past friends. And that's also, when I say my relationships is just all over the place, I'm dead serious. I got a few solid friends that I like am there for, and that I know doesn't need much from me, and I know that understands the stuff I'm going through, and I understand the stuff that y'all are going through, and so we don't heavily rely on each other for like certain things, but we always are supportive of each other and there in whatever best way we can. But that's hard. I don't get that from everybody else, like. And when I leave here, when we leave and we separate from being here, we need to make more relationships with people. Are they going to be healthy? I'm terrified of that. Is it going to be something that is good for me? Is it going to be something that is, conducive to my growth, or is it going to drag me down? Like being in the military, I'll be honest, like it keeps you, there's a lot of BS you have to deal with and things that you have to conform to. But when you get out, you don't have to conform to those things. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like terrified. I've never really been with the wrong crowd, but at this point, I'm a different person than before I came in. So I don't know. I'm just terrified of like the relationship that I could potentially create. Mm-hmm. And I think it starts with just forgiving myself, and that's a road that I have not even ventured down when it comes to relationships just yet. Mm-hmm. I don't know. You got anything else on that? No. Yeah. Well, we're almost out of time anyway on the thing. But yeah, relationships are hard. For sure. And
you need to find a right balance with everything.
Yeah. And like, to be honest with you, like, I don't want to say that like right now my life is all over the place relationship wise or balance wise, because I think I have a decent balance. Like, I see you once or twice a week. I see Katie a few times, like a good handful of times a week. I'll make food for you guys. My other friend Henny, she's coming back into it a little bit more, and I try and hang out with her like maybe once a week or every other week, or talk to her or something, and that's good. And then also I think I'm taking good care. I think I'm taking good care of myself. I got my first night of sleep last night, and I think I went to bed at like 3 a.m.
At least you got sleep.
At least and I woke up at 9. Right?
Yeah.
Like 6 hours of sleep, and I didn't have a nightmare. And last night was the first night me and Minnie slept together. Slept upstairs in my bed in like a week and a half, because, like I said, last week she was broken. So, Jesus Christ.
What the hell, Minnie?
I know, right? But she's feeling better now, so she's, like I said, she's more confident to jump around and do her thing. So I was hanging out with my maybe boyfriend. I don't know. I know we just talked about relationships and how I'm trash at this. And that's probably also another reason why he's a maybe boyfriend, or maybe whatever we are doing. But we talk. And like, we've hung out a good handful of times. I've known him for a while.
That's good.
Like actually since I moved here, like what we calculated it's been like March of 2019 is when we like first met. But anyway, he's a good dude. Like I like him. Just terrified of starting any kind of
Yeah.
anything with him, really.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
That's understandable.
Like, yeah. But he's a good dude. He's going through a lot of stuff. He also very much understands a lot of the stuff we just talked about for the last 30, 40 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that he does. But yeah, there's still that like off-putting disconnection type thing that I have, But I'm going to keep working on that as time goes on. At least maybe I can get a little bit of practice now before like next year or something when I move. Yeah. But other than that, I guess that's really all I have on that. If you guys want to suggest certain topics in our podcast, that would be amazing because there's lots of things we can talk about, and it would be just better if you guys had topics. Plus, if we were to get like a bunch of topics, easy, and I'm pretty sure we can film another episode like in a week or something like that. Also, 6 more episodes in this season after this one. No, is this 3? This is number 3. So 7 more episodes after this one in this season. And we'll take a nice little break, come back together, figure out like how we want to move forward in another season and all this kind of stuff and guests and blah, blah, blah. So that's something to look forward to. Not necessarily like any podcast, but something to start if you're going to do because that's going to be really cool. But yeah, guys, like I said, if you need any kind of resources, go to our website, fishermanlab.com/resources. You can go there for all types of things anyway. There's a lot of stuff on there. It looks amazing. I'm so proud of that website. I would really like somebody who knows things about like web design and whatnot to take charge of that stuff because I'm learning. It's nice. It's stressful. Okay. But besides that, guys, have a blessed upcoming week, and I guess we'll see you in the next one. Make sure you check out my blog, live streams, blah, 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 all that kind of good stuff on the website, fishermentalab.com. And make sure you subscribe to our YouTube, like the videos, share them so we can reach more people. And that's it. Bye.